Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's the next move? Let's find out in the charts here, shall we? Well, I believe there's a signal here where Bitcoin can go triple X from here. We're going to be talking about that triple X signal in today's episode. And yeah, that's wild, crazy. 3X on Bitcoin, 3X on Ethereum, possibly. What? That's like $60,000. How's that possible? Who's signaling this? Well, we're going to talk about who it is, right? Signaling in the news rant. So make sure you stay all the way to the end because it's going to be funny, right? I swear to God, you know how it is. You know how I do, right? And if you want to watch another funny video, right? I'm going to link it in the description. It's a funny video of me with Carl from the moon. We're going around checking out some cars, right? The links are in the description below. Let's get on to the charts and figure out how we can trade this. But before we do, remember you can always trade this on okx.davincij15.com and get a $40,000 bonus, trading bonus, or bybit.davincij15.com and also get a bonus. Links are in the description and pinned comment below, so make sure you do that. All right, thanks. Okay, let's see here. Let's bring up the charts. Right? Okay, well, right now we are, we are just underneath some heavy resistance. Bitcoin has broken out, right? It's created the W, weekly W, and it's gone to the moon. It's gone up to the 20K level. Now, where do we go from here? Well, we have a lot of strength. Bitcoin is above the 200 period moving average. So we will probably break free of that. The interesting thing is that we don't have too much way to go. If we break above the 25K, this thing could move very fast to the 30K before we see some consolidation in the price. So if we were to even just do it, I know it's too early for an AB equals CD, but I'm going to do one anyways, just for shits and giggles, right? It's pretty much going to be the same kind of deal, right? We're we're going up to the same amount. Yeah, so there it is, right there. It's not the cleanest. I wouldn't say that this AB equals CD is going to work out to $30,000. But you can see that if it were to break out from here, it can get to the $30,000 fairly quickly. Now, with that said, there's a looming probability that it could recheck the 200 period daily moving average before it continues. But I've noticed that price action usually waits for 13 AMA to catch up, then it continues higher if that's the case, if we're planning to go higher. So we'll see that when we see the 13 AMA close in on price action as it's slowly doing that right now. If you want to make a trade on this, we can go down to the lower time frames. You can see that it's a little bit of a chop, but we can wait for like a W. There seems to be a W coming in. Wants to come in, right? We might come like this, and then off we go to the races. Now, keep in mind that this W is very shallow, so you won't be able to take much profits really quickly. You have to take some profits a little bit quickly, probably around just above the resistance, and then let the rest ride because it could come back at you. So be careful on that W on the 4 hour. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum now. It is pretty much a mirror image, pretty much exactly like Bitcoin. It's suffering from a resistance level that prevents it from going higher, and we can see it right here. That's approximately where it is, and yeah. So once it breaks that, we can see that it could break as high as a 2,000. I'm wondering if Ethereum will make that $2,000 mark. I think the 88.6, which is right around the $1,800 level, I mean 78.6, is most likely its target. But let's just wait and see because Ethereum can surprise us very quickly, very easily. Alrighty, let's head over to see what's going on with the crypto bubbles. Ooh, did the Bitcoin dominance reverse? No, not quite. Yeah, there's still it just paused for a bit, and And of course, certain things are starting to pop off a little bit. Some things are coming back from higher levels. Look at that FTT token. What? Oh man, sometimes online has taken off as well. Let's take a look. Let's head over to the news that we can use. We have here Jamie Dimon.
The whole thing just is
Saying-
going to zero and it's fake.
Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rock.
Back to that?
Yeah,
Really?
of course, yeah.
Hyped up fraud, Bitcoin. Have you seen your financial system? Transferring wealth from the poor and the middle class to the rich. In fact, wages have gone down whilst prices are going up, and they're telling us on the CPI it's 6.5%, excluding food and energy, right? So, which is your majority of your expenses. So if we add like the total of just food and energy and the stuff that you can afford, that has gone up approximately 40% on average. So this is the kind of system this guy is pushing and telling us Bitcoin's a fraud. And in the meantime, JPMorgan sees a significant upside to Bitcoin, replaces real estate with crypto as preferred alternative asset. So JPMorgan, the CEO is going out and telling everybody on television who watched the boob tube and like, oh yeah, he must know something. I better stay away from Bitcoin. Yeah, oh yeah, this is right. And meanwhile, and behind the scene, he's loading up. He's just like a Bitcoin whale, just buying up all the Bitcoin and leaving you with none. So last time he did that, Bitcoin went 3x from that point. So yeah, I call him the 3x signal. And if you think that JPMorgan is an innocent company, that's they wouldn't do anything wrong, they won't do anything bad, okay, right? JPMorgan Chase agrees to pay $920 million in connection with the schemes to defraud precious metals and U.S. Treasury markets. Ooh, oh, look at that! You tried to defraud and cheat the gold and silver market, right? Real money, hard money that we've used for thousands of years, and you treated investors, and you got a slap on the wrist, right? Don't do it again. And of course, I'm sure your guys, the people that working in there at JPMorgan were like, yeah, we've already calculated that in. So they've already made profits off of other people suffering and stealing from other people. So this is our system today. It's a complete fraud, complete scam. And of course, if your core, right, because the U.S. money is the core of all trades, and if that core is corrupt, obviously everything built on top of it is corrupt, and that's the way it is. So when we have a core of Bitcoin, that's going to be different. Now we're going to have a core of honest and fairness, and so we're going to build fair and honest businesses on top of that. That is the key to Bitcoin success, and that's what's coming. It will be money. Okay, Bitcoin will hit 1 billion active users in the next 3 years, predicts Willy Woo. Okay, Willy Woo, interesting. You know, I met this guy. He's a pretty nice guy, but I don't know. I think that's the case. It's not impossible, right? 3 years. Right now, we're only at just in the United States, 2.3% of all internet users using Bitcoin. And so, according to the adoption curve, right, which is probably what he's using to predict this model, we could see the next 13.5% come in the next little while. So that is what he is figuring out, right, with the adoption curve. Now, I'm not sure if the timing is right. You can say that that's going to happen. That is definitely, the 1 billion users are coming. That's coming. The only matter is deciding on figuring out what time that frame that takes. And you can extrapolate that, but everybody comes to their own conclusions at their own time, right? Not on a timeline that someone can actually, well, I'm just going to write some mathematical formula and come up with a solution that says that these people are going to come in at this time. Now, with that said, if the next bull run is bigger than the one that we have, if JPMorgan triples up Bitcoin here, yeah, 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 this is happening. That's an easy one. That's pretty easy call to happen right there. If we triple on Bitcoin and we have like some sort of massive out of place bull market in Bitcoin, then yeah, that's what we'll see. Some good news, right? Some good news. Latest news: OKX proof of reserves reports shows 7.5 billion crypto leading firm Genesis planning for bankruptcy. Now, Gemini, part of Genesis, is with the Winklevoss turns, and they Genesis, they had a lot of money stuck in FTX, and so proof of reserves documents released by cryptocurrency exchange OKX on January 19th, 2023 reveals that it has 7.5 billion in reserves, none of which are made up of its native currency. Look at that. So it has reserves, right, based on real Bitcoin and Ethereum and other crypto assets you deposit in OKX. This is why I am supporting OKX. This is why you have the links in the description of OKX as a platform for you to do your trading, so you can feel comfortable that this particular exchange will do well. Okay. With that said, you have your cue to go out and buy Bitcoin. Buy it with the dollar cost average. If you haven't done dollar cost averaging back into Bitcoin, I know that a lot of people sold out of Bitcoin. Maybe you sold at 40K, maybe you sold at 30K. Now's the time to turn that liquidity back into Bitcoin. You should have started way back at 16K and started dollar cost averaging. Yes, you heard the FUD, you saw the FUD everywhere. People were selling you 12,000. Even I was saying 12,000 and didn't make it. Didn't get down there. But I did tell you, dollar cost average, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if the market's going to turn around, and it has. And there we are. So remember, Bitcoin will be the money, and this is why you buy it today.